welcome to Space Oddities. How are you on this Tuesday evening? It's Moon Quiz night. So we hope you've all got paper and pen ready. Obviously not encyclopedias or Google, but we're pleased to announce tonight's Moon Night. And as ever, it's the quiz tonight. This is our last live stream, in fact, of Moon Month. But we're still putting lots of videos up for Moon Month, and we've still actually got a lot to come. We've got a little behind with our posting of the videos, but we've also been creating lots more that we didn't originally plan on creating. So far during Moon Month, we've posted 35 videos on the channel, plus the live streams. So there's a lot for you to get your teeth into if you're at all interested in the moon, its origins, the exploration of it, and so forth. So we hope you all have a look. Don't forget there is a dedicated playlist on the channel called, funnily enough, Moon Month, and all the videos are in there. So we hope you enjoy looking at those. And as I said, we've got another I don't know, I should think about another 20 videos to come yet in Moon Month, but growing before the end of the month. So what we've decided is we will extend Moon Month into May and just post the videos that we haven't posted so far. So don't stop looking at the channel for moon videos. There are plenty more to come yet. And as ever, if you have any feedback or comments, leave them in the comment section for the video. Or you can obviously drop us a line at info@spaceoddities.space, and we always love hearing from you. We hope you're all well. Thank you for joining us on this Tuesday evening. And I'm glad I'm here tonight because, as you're probably aware from the news, we had a national power outage here in Spain yesterday. Our power went off at about 12:30 in the afternoon, came back on about 11:30 last night. Finally, it came back a couple of times just for a few seconds, but not enough time to make a cup of coffee, unfortunately, which was what I was really lusting after. And we're fine. And I took my daughter out to stand under the stars, and we did a bit of satellite spotting, and we spotted 5 satellites in 5 minutes, which you can do when it's dark and clear. And we gave up after that because they were just everywhere. 3 American ones and 2 Russian satellites. And we just had a great time. We sat painting seashells for a while and rocks, and played some games. And the weird thing was there was no communication with the outside world, so we had no idea what was going on. But luckily we found that my daughter had an FM radio on her mobile, so we were at least able to listen to the radio to get news updates. But it was a really weird thing, just being totally out of communication as far as the internet goes. So Paul, thank you so much. Paul says the Moon series is wonderful. Thanks so much for working on that. I'm sure it was lots of hard work. Yes, it was, Paul, but we think it's been worth it. And getting comments like this makes it all worthwhile. So thank you so much. That's very kind of you. Don't forget, we're going to do another theme month in September, and September is going to be Mars month. We will be working towards that during the summer. We thought we'd do it in September because obviously during the summer months people are away. So to get the maximum number of people watching, we thought we'd leave it till everyone's back off their summer holes. So we're going to be doing that in September. So look out for that Mars month in September, where we'll tell you, as we have done with the moon, everything about Mars, its history and its exploration. Lou, I think you would agree with this, that in many ways explaining Mars is a hell of a lot more complex than explaining the moon.
Well, yes, it's historically it's been a moving target. It's dead, it's alive. It's dead, it's alive. We can't figure it out, and much more complex because, in fact, it does have an atmosphere and all kinds of interesting things. And we will do this in September as long as Mars does not attack us before then. So we should put that caveat.
The thing is also it can be summed up in 6 words. It helps you work, rest, and play.
Yes. Which Lou may not be familiar with. Are you familiar with that, Lou? It used to be the slogan of Mars in the 1960s. A Mars a day helps you work, rest, and play. So
I am not, but for the 2 solar eclipses that we had just recently in the United States, we had a little activity called Eclipse in 6. And people had to describe their eclipse experience in 6 words. So.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah. That could be quite,
Yeah. Well, eventually the Mars company had to withdraw that ad campaign because they couldn't prove that it helped you work, rest, and play. So I've got a technical problem.
Very unhealthy, apparently.
There we are. Yeah. So
NDA approval, no doubt.
yeah. Oh, so it's going again. Just a moment. Yeah, the Advertising Standards Authority in the UK is quite tough on things like that. You can't make claims that you can't prove, so they have to withdraw.
Yeah, they do. The Mazda Day would put quite a lot of weight on.
Yeah, definitely.
That's right. I mean, also they were bigger then. That's what you got to remember.
They were bigger.
They were a lot bigger.
Yeah.
Because I was just going back to what Andy was talking about with his blackout. At least you gave being kicked back into the Stone Age. At least it gave you time to practice your flint napping skills.
Oh yeah.
So,
I'm getting quite good at flint napping. I'm moving to kidnapping next week, just by so
okay.
yeah.
Okay. Interpol would love to hear that.
Yeah, I'm sure. Anyway, enough of this frivolity. So thank you very much for being here. We hope you've all had a fantastic week. As you can see, I am joined by Michael, Daz, and Lou, all the way from the States. Today, because it's the Moon Quiz, we won't be doing the regular slots. So that there's no Einstein of the Week this week. I've just got a little bit of news that I managed to scrabble together today. I was planning to do the news yesterday, but the Spanish power grid had other ideas. And we don't know where Roger is. Roger's missing in action, so we have no idea where Roger is.
Roger.
Come back, Roger. At least some of it is forgiven. So so I'm afraid Roger won't be doing the night sky and the viewers galleries. So thank you for those of you that have sent your images into Roger, but I'm afraid we're going to have to hold them over till next week.
I'm afraid he's AOL.
Yeah. So sorry about that, but we don't know where Roger is. We haven't heard from him, so we hope he's okay.
Or is it MIA?
MIA, MII, missing in inaction. So there we are. So we'll hold everything over to next week. But tonight the main feature is the quiz. Let's just go through the normal regular housekeeping things. Don't forget that to support Space Oddities, you can buy us a coffee, and you can either scan the QR code here or click the link that's just appeared in the chat, and that'll take you to the Buy Me a Coffee site where you can ply us with caffeine. And every bit of money, as I always say, and I really have to keep stressing this, every bit of money goes towards keeping us streaming and making videos. So I see someone scan that already. So thank you very much indeed. And there we are. Of course, summer is, well, it's here in Spain. It's wonderful weather here. It's just cloudless blue skies every day at the moment, and temperature 24, 25, going up to 27 on Friday. And you can buy your Space Oddities t-shirts for the endless hours of summer sunshine that you're going to have during the UK, if you're in the UK in the summer. And Michael is kindly modeling for us the Space Oddities t-shirt that you can buy. Well, not that one, obviously, because I'm sure he hasn't washed it since he had it. But in any event,
they fit pregnant women.
Yeah, that's right. It does fit pregnant women, as Michael has kindly demonstrated. Thank you, Michael, for that. And you can also, of course, buy the Space Oddities hoodies. And the hoodies come in two varieties, one with the zip up the front and one that goes over the head. And obviously with the one with the zip up the front, the design is on the back, but it's the same design as the one Michael is modeling. But we've also got the old Space Oddities design. So you've got two designs to choose from. And you can find all that at the Space Oddities shop. And you can get your lovely merchandise there. And there we are. I'm hoping for a good bit of UK weather in June, because I'm taking my daughter to London for 6 days in June just to do touristy things, which we've never done together. So that will be lovely. So please pray for good weather. If anybody's in London around that time, we're going from the 18th to 23rd of June. Love to meet up with you. So drop us a line and tell me at info@spaceoddities.space. And don't forget, please do like and subscribe and leave comments on the videos if you would be so kind. The comments on the videos, as I've said before, are especially important because the YouTube algorithm looks at the number of comments that a video has when it decides whether to recommend it to other viewers. And if it doesn't do that, then obviously we don't get views on it. So all our hard work is for nothing. And I'm sure you don't want that. So please do leave comments on our videos on YouTube, because that really does help us. And thank you so much. All right. Next week on Space Oddities, well, we're into May, and I have no idea what we're doing next week yet, but we'll rustle something up in the kitchen, I'm sure, for your delectation and delight. So we'll let you know more about that. You can check that out on the channel. Don't forget to check out the Space Oddities website, where we do tell you what's coming up on the channel. As soon as we know, I post it on the website. And the Space Oddities website, just let me put the address up for you. And here we are. And it's https spaceoddities.space. That's the Space Oddities website. And as well as a gallery there of us, where you can find out more about us if you so desire. You've got the viewers gallery, all the images that you send into Roger every week, and lots of other stuff as well. So do have a look at the website. And if you want to contact us, as I said, if you want to send your images into Roger, then you can send them in to gallery@spaceoddities.space. And as I said, anything else, please don't hesitate to mail us at any time at info@spaceoddities.space. Okay, well, that's all the housekeeping stuff out of the way. Just let me get rid of that. And I think what we'll do now is just one news story that I want briefly to have a look at. It's been following this. Let me just get this up on the screen. And I'm not sure if you were around last week for this, Lou. So let's just have a look at this. This is the thing that's been in the news a lot that I talked about last week. Life on, there's a misprint. There should be 18B, not 12B. I do apologize. Life on K218B. This is the announcement by a team at Cambridge that they had discovered. Hang on, that's wrong. There we are. They had discovered the presence of dimethyl sulfide on the on this exoplanet, and on Earth that's only produced by simple organisms. I did talk about all this last week, but this is just a quick recap, and it's the second and more promising time these chemicals have been found there, or chemicals associated with life have been found there. Now, the lead researcher, Professor Niku Madhusudan, told a reporter at Cambridge's University of Institute of Astronomy that he hopes to obtain the clinching evidence soon for this dimethyl sulfide, which he sees as a biosignature, a definite sign of life on this exoplanet. As he said, it's the strongest evidence yet that there's possibly life out there. He expects to confirm it within 2 years. But the story gets a little more interesting, because a gentleman called Jake Taylor at Oxford has done a study of the data, and he hasn't found any evidence of dimethyl sulfide. And he actually said that he found too much noise in the data to make any pronouncement that dimethyl sulfide is actually there, let alone being a definite biosignature. So he's not the first person to have come back and looked at the data and said, I can't see anything there. Now, this gets interesting because Professor Madhusudan has suggested that there was actually two gases found, dimethyl sulfide, and I can't remember the other one. It's another
dimethyl disulfide.
That's the one. Thank you, Lou. He suggested it's only produced by life, but that is not the case, because we found these compounds on comets such as 67P. So there are other ways they can form apart from through life. There are other processes that can form them.
Now, I've heard this argument, and I 90% I agree. But I suppose it's possible that life could have sprouted elsewhere in the solar system and be carried through panspermia with small bodies littering the space between the planets. I don't know. It's not. I don't think it's as definitive as the argument suggests.
Right. Thank you, Lou. Yes, and you're right. I don't think anybody knows really. It's worthy of much more research, obviously. Now, the professor also created this classification of Hycean planets. Now, these are gas giants with a thick hydrogen atmosphere, but surface oceans. And exoplanetary scientists have doubted this category that it even exists, and they've never found one example exactly as Professor Madhusudan has described. And he's the only person that has claimed that this particular exoplanet is an example of one of these Hycean planets. He's also the only person to announce the existence of dimethyl sulfide on the planet. And if you look at the end of the paper, there are 24 references at the end of his paper about the dimethyl sulfide, and the references are all to papers written by himself. So
that's the best way to do it.
Yeah. 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 So it seems to me, and I'm not trying to cast aspersions on the good professor, but he's invented this category of exoplanet, which nobody else says exists. And then he claims to have found definite evidence of life processes on this exoplanet, and that it's definitely one of these Hycean planets, and nobody else has seen that in the data at all. So anyway, I just thought I'd update you on that, and about the study from Oxford saying it's not in the data. We can't see it at all in the data. There's too much noise to make any pronouncements as to whether it's there or not.
Yeah.
So Andy, the thing that's underplayed in these discoveries of K218b is that they have discovered, and well above the noise, methane and carbon dioxide.
Oh yes, that was 2 years ago. Yes, right? That's right.
They're potential biomarkers, and
absolutely.
So
yeah, that in itself is really interesting. Ammonia and carbon dioxide are really interesting, but this particular claim, unfortunately, although it's been plastered all over the news, doesn't appear to hold any water. So we will see. Anyway, I just thought I'd update.
because people who've looked at it, and like you said, quite a few people have sort of like not totally dismissed it, but they said the evidence isn't there to be able to make the claim that it is life. They've said when they've looked at the traces, as you said about the noise, the traces, the spikes aren't really there.
They're not there.
The feature is sitting on a methane band.
Yeah.
And so it is within the noise. But if it seems to me, if they would have the time with JWST or whatever they're going to use to sit on this planet for a while and collect photons, you can drive the noise down and maybe get a absolute identification or not.
We will see. We will see.
One to watch.
Yeah. All right then. So please get your pen and papers at the ready, because we are now about to embark on Michael's moon quiz. Michael is your question master for this evening. He will tell you the rules, and I'm sure, and how he's going to do it. So Michael, over to you.
Thank you. I'm just going to share my screen in a minute. There we go. So you got that?
Yep, we got that.
All right, and it is full screen, isn't it? Virtually.
Virtually, yes. Let me just get rid of us, and we just maximize.
Oh, that's better. Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay then. Moon Month quiz night. I'm going to give you 20 questions. They're all simple answers, one word or one sentence answers, or a name, for instance. So I just wanted to go through that and tell me what you think. No conferring, no Googling, no phones. As in all good pub quizzes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So and then there are quite a number of picture questions, and those will one word or phrase or name answers. You'll see as we go along anyway. So, right, the first question then. General knowledge. Here we go. The moon keeps one face towards the Earth, but 59% of the moon is visible from Earth. What is this effect known as? I'll give you a few seconds to think about that. Okay. Right. Question number 2. They're all random questions. They're nothing, no real links to them. Question 2. Some of you should know this. How many astronauts have flown around the moon?
Does that include landing on it?
Yes,
Right. Okay.
because they've also flown around it. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Got that?
Yep. Okay. Right. To the nearest half a day, what is the length of the synodic month?
Mm-hmm.
Or synodic month, I'm not sure how the correct pronunciation.
Well, I think it would be synodic because isn't the Church of England governing body known as the Synod?
Oh, that's true. Good point. Yes. Okay, that's the synodic month then. Okay. And question 4. How long does it take for the moon to orbit the Earth? Sidereal month.
Again, is that to the nearest half a day as well?
Nearest day I'll take for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Day to half day, yeah. I've got one number in mind. Okay. Question 5, completely different subject area. Who said the words, "We're on our way, Houston"? Okay.
Was it the pizza delivery company?
Might be.
Okay.
Uber Eats.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. Next few questions are pictures. So, bear with me. I was hoping now Roger would be here. Round 2, he's named that crater. Because he's got the book. Not that he can use it.
Yeah. I'm glad Roger isn't here.
Yeah. Right. Question 6. Okay. Question 7.
Oh, yeah.
You should know this one.
Yeah.
It's not the normal view.
No. That's the one that Mary drew, isn't it?
Yes.
She did a fantastic
This is
one.
one of Mary's drawings?
Yeah. No, it's actually a
this.
photo.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
I think this is an LRO image.
Yeah, almost
That'll
certainly.
give it away. Question 8. And question 9.
Ooh.
Yeah. This could be mistaken.
That's a hard one.
Yeah. And question 10. Again, this is not the normal view.
Hmm.
Right. So do you want to break from that now, or do you want to carry on? Or
Yeah, let's carry on. Let's
Let's
carry on.
Yeah. Okay. Now the rest of the quiz, it's all pictures again, but we're going into the realms of science fiction now. But it's science fiction movies and TV shows. So okay. So the next round is name the TV series. I'm sure you'll get quite a few of these, if not all of them. Okay.
Okay.
Number 11 rather. Next one might not be as easy for a lot of people. Question 12. It wasn't easy to get the photo either.
Oh, I think I know that one.
I think your neighbour's dog does as well.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all right. So that's question 12. Bit obscure, that one, I should say.
I know what it is.
Yeah. Thought you might.
Yeah.
Question 13. That's an easy one.
Oh, yes.
Destiny Angels.
Question 14.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
All right.
Damn good series. There's a new season of it starting next year.
So I've heard, yes.
Yeah.
Question 15.
Oh,
One of the best moon reveals ever designed.
oh, I know the Moonmobile. What the hell's this?
Yeah. I knew what series was it from? I'd forgotten about it.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so annoying. I know that. I know that Moonmobile. I can even hear the noise it made.
mate. Even on the moon.
Yeah, even on the moon.
Because it jumped, didn't it? It actually jumped. It didn't.
That's right.
Yeah,
do
yeah.
water, yeah.
And I want the full title of the series.
Oh, no, it's not the one I'm thinking of then.
Yeah. All right. It's not just one name in the show's title. Okay, that's a TV series then. We're now going to go on to movies. I think most of you should get the next one. Question 16. Name the movie.
I knew it.
Yeah, I knew you'd know that one. Easy one to start with.
Yeah.
Why they designed it like that, I don't know.
It looked great though, didn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Would you actually design it like that in real life on the moon?
Just the sheer mechanics of those opening petals.
I know. Yeah. Okay. Question 17.
Oh, yes.
Going back a bit, this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 18. You'll know this one.
Yeah.
Question 19. But do you know the title?
Yes, I do.
And question 20.
No problem.
Yep. So that's all the 20 questions. Do you want to go through them again?
Yeah, if you want any repeating viewers, please say so in the comments now.
So I'll look in the comments. Oh, thank you, Paul, for your $20 donation.
Yeah, thanks so much for that, Paul. Much appreciated.
Yep.
Really helps us pay our bills.
We needed some interlude music.
Yeah. Is there a bit of a lag on YouTube, or is it just my feed?
No, there's a bit of a lag. Well, it varies from machine.
Yeah,
to
there
machine.
always is.
Yeah, okay. Nice.
Okay.
I'll go through them all again if you want me to.
Yeah, just quickly go through them.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What we're doing now. That's all right. I don't know where I am. Oh, yes, I do. Right. Okay. Here we go then. Oops.
Oops.
Screen's going mad. It's okay. Right then, I'm going to go through them fairly quickly then. General knowledge. The moon keeps its one face towards the Earth, but 59% of the moon is visible. What is this effect known as? Question 1. Question 2. How many astronauts have flown around the moon? Question 3. To the nearest half a day, what is the length of the synodic month? Question 4. How long does it take for the moon to orbit the Earth? Sidereal month. Question 5. Who said the words, "We're on our way, Houston"? Or Houston. Okay, name that crater. Question 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And the TV series questions. Question 11. 12. 13. 14. 15. And movies. 16. 17. 18. 19. And 20. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Michael. Thank you very much indeed for putting all that together.
Okay.
Now, inevitably, Yeah, Derek says we need someone else to set the questions. Yeah, who do you want, Roger?
Ah,
I think not.
what do you mean? Those were simples.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so let's start going through the answers.
Yeah.
Is it simply 1 point for each answer, Michael?
Yeah.
1 point for each answer.
Yeah.
So,
Let me get the answer sheet up.
yeah.
Uh,
So this is out of 20. Very best of luck, viewers.
yes.
May the best moon expert win.
Right then. Yes, I've got the right one. Okay, I'll just put that like that. And then I can share my screen again. Right, here's the answers. General knowledge. Right, question 1. The effects of the moon, being able to see 59% of the moon, is known as libration. How many astronauts have flown around the moon?
Can I take a guess at this?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
I make it 27.
Yes, correct.
Hey.
Yeah.
Would you like to explain that one, Michael?
Yes, there was actually 9 Apollo missions to the moon, but only 6 of them landed. Is that right?
Yeah, because you had 12 who actually walked on the moon.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, and only 12 walked on the moon because only 2 people went to the surface. Okay. Yep. So I think people forget, things like Apollo 8 and especially Apollo 10. People forget, So yeah. Okay. Question 3: what is the length of the synodic month? Have a guess.
Daz, any ideas?
Sorry.
Any ideas?
I'll say synod. I'm a bit confused because I don't know which way around it is. I'll say 28.
Okay.
I'll say 30.
29.5.
You'll give me that one, surely.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I got them around the wrong way then.
Yeah, I always get them mixed up. That's why I put the question in. Yeah. What is the difference? Yeah. Right. And the sidereal month. Oh, sorry, Oranium. 27.3.
I got them around the wrong way.
Yeah, okay. So if you got 29 or 30 for the synodic month, that's a point. And if you got 27 for the sidereal month, that's a point. Okay. Who said the words, "We're on our way, Houston"? Andy?
Was it Jim Lovell?
Nope.
No.
I reckon it was the commander of Apollo 8.
No.
I can't think of no. Okay.
That was Jim Lovell.
Yeah, that was Jim Lovell.
Yeah.
It was actually.
Oh.
So on the last one.
The last one when they lifted off the moon.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So there you go. I always like watching.
I've just won the cross things. I got 3 in a line. So 3 crosses.
Oh, okay. I was thinking round 2, name that crater. Okay. This will sort the mental
I got all these wrong except one.
This one, number 6.
Is that Aristarchus?
I will tell you in a second or two. Copernicus.
Copernicus.
Okay.
I knew I'd do badly with these.
Okay. Question 7.
That's Tycho.
Correct. Yeah. Question 8.
Didn't know that one.
I had that one down as Copernicus.
Okay. Aristarchus. They're very similar.
Oh, I got the wrong way round. Damn.
Yeah. Question 9.
Don't know that one.
Pascal.
Pascal.
Yeah.
God.
I mean, it does look very much like the next one. Yeah. Normally, you don't see this crater like this.
I was going to say Clavius.
That's correct.
It's Clavius.
But it was actually
Because it's got the eyes, isn't it? The eyes of Clavius.
Yeah, it was taken from orbit from one of the NROs directly overhead. Whereas
I was absolutely right. I got none of those except Tycho.
Yeah.
I got 3.
Obviously, Clavius is towards the South Pole, isn't it? So you don't never see it through a telescope like this.
No.
Yeah, it was the eyes that gave it away, because I know there's a thing called the eyes of Clavius. So.
And that, of course, was the site of the moon base in 2001.
That's right.
So sad you know that.
Yeah. And why do you think that's what next slide?
Yeah.
So Clavius, that one, yeah.
Yep.
So TV series.
Right.
Sorry, my next line in the next section. Sorry. I think you'll know this one. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that one yet.
Space 1999.
Yeah, I've got that one. Yeah. Now the next one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I know this one.
Okay. Go on.
Moonbase 3.
Correct.
Hey! From
I have a point from Moonbase.
No, can't have Moonbase. It's got to be the full
so
title.
harsh.
It's got to be the full title of the show.
That was that series from 1973 done on an exceptionally low budget.
Yes.
The least exciting space series ever made.
Yeah.
You had plots like the commander has a terse conversation with mission control at Earth when he tries to order a new box of staples.
Yeah.
It was very much on that level of excitement.
About 6 episodes made or something.
Yeah.
BBC at its best.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 13.
UFO.
Of course.
Yeah. That was one of my first crushes, one of them angels. Shame
that one.
You
Did you get this one, Daz? Daz, did you get this one?
Is that tight? No. I know what it is, but I can't think what it's called. It's the series, isn't it?
It's For All Mankind.
Yeah. Luminal. I knew what it was, but no. For All Mankind, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn good series. An alternate history.
This is very, I thought this would stop. Yeah.
Oh, this is so annoying. I can hear that sound that it.
I know.
Didn't make on
the
Yeah. What is it?
You want to be taken out of your misery?
Come on, put us over. Captain
was it
Scarlet
Captain
and the
Scarlet?
Mist
Was it?
And the Mist One, and you needed the full title, not just the name.
No.
Not just the character name.
Captain Scarlet, this is the voice of the Mr.
I'd forgotten about that one as well.
Captain Black was the baddie, wasn't
he? Yeah. Right. Couldn't make a series like that anymore, could you?
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah. Okay, then. Name the movie this time. Okay. Back to Clavius.
2001.
So that's 2001, A Space Odyssey.
That's the correct answer, Daz, not just 2001.
Yeah, I've learned my lesson because I didn't put a 3 on it.
Yes, you must have the full title. Question 17.
Is that the first man on the moon?
No. Say it again.
I think it's From the Earth to the Moon.
Nope.
It wasn't.
Nope.
Mm.
You're almost right, Daz. Okay.
First Men in the Moon.
There we go. First Men in the Moon.
In the moon, that's right. Yeah, that's some really weird creatures, isn't they?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Seleniums.
Loonians.
Lunians. Okay, number 18.
This is Destination Moon.
Correct.
Yeah.
One of the most accurate movies I thought from the time.
Yeah.
Okay. And this one.
A Grand Day Out.
Wow, you got
Wallace-
the right title.
Wallace and Gromit, The Grand Day Out.
Yeah.
Grand Day Out.
A grand day out.
Yeah.
Oh, so he was harsh on you, Andy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, sorry for that noise in the background. Don't know what it was. Question 20.
Apollo 13.
Yay.
Oh, I did
Right.
perfect.
Okay, viewers, so tot up your scores and put it in the chat, please. And we'll just give you a couple of minutes to do that. I'm going to count up mine.
Oh, God, that's disgusting. What is it?
Oh dear, not very good.
Oh,
How many did you get, Michael?
Me. All of them, of course.
Oh, that's well done.
you got to get the drinks in there.
How many, Daz?
10.
Oh, I beat you 11.
Yeah, I got that on the like I said, I got the synodic and the
Yeah.
that thing around the wrong way.
That's
And
easy.
I got
Oh,
mine.
Lee says 6.
He says 6. I got my Aristarchus and
Oh,
Copernicus.
Stuart's just the 4. Derek says
4
6.
from Stuart, 6 from Derek, 11 from Kev.
11 for Kevin. Wait.
Well done, Kevin.
He says, Kev says, I know a lot about the moon, but not much about movies.
Oh, test got
is
Yes,
4. Well done,
Battle
Tess.
Test 4.
Yeah.
Any others?
Come on, there's 19 of you on.
Yeah. Nobody else played?
Well, that was pretty poor considering we've been studying it for a month.
Yeah. No other
Well,
scores?
we're old. Our knowledge retention's seeping now, so.
Is that what it is?
Paul's got 7.
Hey, a score is a score.
That's funny.
Oh, yes.
Paul said, didn't do very well. I knew I was in trouble when Michael said, get your pen and paper ready. Lost 10 minutes.
Yes. Who has pen
Well, there
and
was
paper?
a time round.
Yeah.
Who has pen and paper? How many these days?
Oh, Sandra's being coy. She's pretending she's just come in.
Yeah. Go on, Sandra. Tell us what you scored. You're among friends here, Sandra.
Oh, yeah.
Tess says she named all the craters as Copernicus.
Oh, yeah. That's hatching your bets, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Any more scores?
Nice one, Tess. I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
No others? Okay, give you another few seconds. No? Okay, well, if there are no more scores, give me another 5 seconds. No? In that case, I'd like to announce that Kev has won the moon quiz.
Well done, Kev.
I don't count.
Well done, Kev.
So well done, Kev. You are the undisputed lunar champion for tonight. Well done. And yeah, so there we are. So that was a bit of fun just to finish off Moon Month, viewers. And we hope you enjoyed it. So there we are. So
So Kev wins a trip on Artemis 2, does he?
Yeah. Don't forget, as I said, we will be doing another theme month in September of Mars this year. So so we'll look forward to that. And we will get working on it soon.
Including a Mars quiz.
including a Mars quiz. So we'll get somebody to do. I think it might be nice to get Lou to do that one, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Don't you think? Don't you think? Get Lou to do the Mars quiz, as he
Yeah.
is, after all, a planetary scientist. So
Yes.
we'll get Lou to do the Mars quiz.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll enjoy that.
Yeah, it might pick me up on something on the eye doing
Yeah,
it.
absolutely.
Because I mean, when you're going through the images, and you were asking for I think it was a TV series, and you had the silver pointed rocket.
Yeah.
I've been doing a PowerPoint on Werner von Braun.
Oh, yeah.
And he produced a book about traveling to Mars and that.
Yeah.
And the rocket looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I thought, was that prophetic when he was thinking, did he have foresight about the starship?
Yeah, exactly.
So it was very, very much the same. But yeah, it was his. That was a good quiz. I enjoyed that. I didn't do very well, but there you go. But yeah, as we said, win a trip of Just Was a giant sex toy with
What's that?
Beyonce, Kev.
What was that?
No, it's all right. Let's show it.
Okay.
So
Oh, right. Okay.
it should come up.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, what we'll do now, we'll just have a quick look at space launches. You win a trip. Yeah, right. We'll just have a look at the space launch schedule. What space launches are coming up in the near future?
Oh, before you do that, Andy, I actually watched 2 today. One was an Ariane,
Yes, that's right.
Ariane Vega, and the other one was a Firefly. Firefly. What was the rocket?
It was the Vega C, wasn't it? The European one.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't remember what the the Firefly rocket was now.
Oh, right. Didn't know about that one.
Yeah, that was this afternoon. Of course, we've had loads of Falcons.
Yeah.
And I also watched. Was it last night or the night before? One of the ULAs. What are they? The ones where you can strap more rockets on it.
Vulcan.
Sorry.
The Vulcan?
No, not the Vulcan. Which was? It's one of their most successful rockets. It's the one where they strap different amounts of boosters on the side.
Not the Atlas.
Yeah, Atlas. Yeah.
I thought
it was an Atlas 5 because it had 5 of the boosters on there. That was quite spectacular. The 5 of the boosters on there, it left the pad like nobody's business. It was gone. It was really, once you like those solid fuel boosters, they're gone. You don't hang about.
This is for history now.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's have a look at what's coming up in just get this one in the near future in terms of space launches. Well, we've got the inevitable Starlinks. This was the Vega C.
That was
today. Yeah, that's right. Firefly are launching the FLTA 006 message in a booster.
That's right. That was what happened today.
Yeah, that one happened today as well. We've got various Starlinks. We've got ISRO launching another of their RISAT 1B rockets, very successful rockets. That's coming up on May the 19th. And we've got Axiom Space launching again on May the 29th. So on a Falcon 9. That's another mission to the ISS. And then we've got Electron from Rocket Lab launching in May. A new company, Gilmore Space Technologies.
Oh, right, yes.
Launching their Eris-1 rocket. That's the maiden flight of the Eris-1 rocket, a new space startup.
That's an Australian company, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. It's Australian. And so that's coming up sometime in May. No fixed date yet, but I think we will be. I'd like to cover that one if it's not in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
because it is, after all, a maiden flight of a rocket, and we always try and cover maiden flights
Right.
especially from new companies like Gilmore Space Technologies. So we've got various Falcon 9s coming up. We've got a Long March 3B launching as well in May, the Tianwen 2.
Oh, yes.
And
I think we should cover that one if we could.
yeah, I'd like to cover that one.
Yeah.
Northrop Grumman are launching a Minotaur 4. It's sometime in May as well. Let's just go on to the next lot. Then in June, we've got Japan, not JAXA, but the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency launching an H-2A202. We've got Electron launching again. And we've got a ride share from SpaceX, two ride shares. A new NASA ISRO synthetic aperture radar for Earth observation. That's launching from ISRO in sometime in June. Then we've got ULA launching the ViaSat 3 satellite in June again. We've got another Black Sky launch from this constellation of Black Sky satellites from Rocket Lab. What else? Project Kuiper. This is, of course, Amazon's satellite constellation to deliver internet around the world. That's launching again in June. You'll be seeing a lot of Project Kuiper launches coming up because they want to try and establish that satellite constellation to eventually rival SpaceX, but I don't think they're going to be able to somehow. We've got another Sirius SXM-10 satellite going up on a Falcon 9, and New Glenn, Blue Origin's other rocket apart from the flying phallus, launching in June. We got a Vulcan launch for the Space Force, so confidential launch that's going up in June, and so on and so on. So there you are. So that's just a quick look at what's
just the blue, the New Glenn. It's got Escapade on there. I thought they lost that satellite, that payload to somebody else. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But I thought they lost that payload to somebody else because of the delays.
Right.
I'm not sure.
Right.
Yeah, there's been lots of launches going on, really spectacular ones. I mean, the Falcon 9s now, it's it's old hat, isn't it? It's but it's still magical to watch those boosters come back and land.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's been some interesting launches. As I said, we had the Ariane, and then we had the Firefly, which was really good.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see more coming into the market.
And as Paul points out, there should also be a Starship launch in May.
Yeah. It all depends which launch.
I mean, it hasn't launch schedules yet because we don't know when it's going to happen. But if all goes well, I think the SpaceX plans to launch the Starship in May. That one is going to be a really important mission because after two failures of the Starship itself, two perfect booster catches, but two failures of the Starship, all eyes will be on the Starship. Excuse me, for that launch, and they have made a lot of modifications.
I think this is where the problem lies. They're modifying them far too much, and they're quite big modifications. Although you can't see them, most of them, and of course, even after the first failure, they didn't try and launch again under the same configuration, sorting out the one problem. No. They did a whole string of more modifications. So, you're dicing with you're throwing the dice every time you launch if you do adding modifications. And it's like I said, it's not just one. It's it's teens of them. So some small, some large, but they'll get there.
But I think
not guaranteed.
My biggest worry is that Lunar Starship is not going to be ready to go on Artemis 3. I think.
Yeah.
The thing is also I'm actually even further down the road there. I don't think the Lunar the Starship will actually be used.
No,
I've
I'm
got a
beginning to
really
have my doubts
horrible
as well.
suspicion that it's like you say, it's beginning to falter now. It could have done without these delays, but there's also more things going on in the background, which makes me believe that they'll be going with other landers rather than.
Well,
I mean, we know
I think
after the first. Sorry, sorry, Andy.
I was going to say, I think the front runner at the moment has to be the Dynetics Alpaca.
Oh yeah.
Because that is ready to go. Essentially, it's.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean they had a thing, but then of course they threw in the mix the Blue Origin lander, which is anything happening? I mean, they're so secretive.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't know
incredibly secretive.
There's just
where
no.
it stands, whether or not it's
Yeah.
you know.
There's just no
It's,
news coming out of the companies. Is
But
there?
we will see. We will see where we go. Because I mean, then we've also got what's going on politically, which we're not going to go into.
Yeah.
So see where we end up. Hopefully, we'll be on the moon again within the next couple of years. But only time will tell. But the thing is, I think the Chinese will get there first.
Yep. Very possible.
Well, I mean, the Chinese are planning to put people on the moon before 2030. But the interesting thing is, they are actually ahead of schedule from where they expect it to be. So it may even happen sort of 2028, 29. So there we are. It wouldn't be right of us to finish for today without mentioning the sad death of Ed Smiley. He was the NASA engineer who came up with the idea for fixing the carbon dioxide problem on Apollo 13.
Oh, of course.
And
I didn't realize he passed.
Yeah, he was 95, and he passed this week. And he was the guy who came up with the fix to enable the astronauts basically to create air conditioners to stop the buildup of carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
Of the lack of foresight, wasn't it? Because they had in the command, I don't know which way around it was, just for argument's sake, in the command module they had round filters, and in the lunar module they had square filters. And of course, when they found out that the carbon dioxide was building up, they couldn't swap out the filters, so they had to come up with this ingenious method of literally. It was literally. I mean, they even used one of the astronauts' socks.
Yeah.
And they used the outer wraps covers of
and all because the lunar module was designed for 2, not 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
and it was but they did it, and it was amazing. It worked very, very well. It kept them alive for them to be able to get back. It was the whole story. And again, have a look at Apollo 13 on our list. And you'll find out most of these things. And one thing I would like to recommend for those in the UK or are able to get it is iPlayer. Search for 13 minutes to the moon. There's 2 series. There's one about the story of the moon landing of the Apollo 11. It's a whole series of shows. I think they're about 30 minutes or 45 minutes long. But there's about 8 of them about the moon landers, but you get to hear about all the background stuff. It is really fascinating. They talk to people who are in the command centers, mission control, people who were designing the stuff, people who were building the stuff, and you get to hear all this stuff. And then the second series is Apollo 13. And that is absolutely riveting. It sort of like took me back to when it actually happened. And again, that's over about 6 or 7 episodes. It's absolutely amazing. Just have a listen to that. Get yourself binge listen. Like I said, it's BBC iPlayer, and give it a go because it's absolutely fantastic series.
Yeah. And just before we close, commiserations to Firefly Aerospace. They lost the rocket today that was launching a prototype Lockheed Martin satellite. failed to separate. First and second stage failed to separate correctly, and the rocket plunged into the sea. So
Okay,
that's
then. Because it was strange when it took off. They had cameras on there and all that, and they were saying there would be a blackout because they didn't have tracking stations to cover this launch, and of course they cut off before they were coming up to due to separate. But also they had rear view cameras, and all the time that they were showing after the you had a second stage shut off, you could see in the background. I'm assuming it was the main booster stage, and it was following it. And you could see it. It was and it was all the time. It was just following it. So it was. Oh, I'm sad to hear that they actually lost it, because it was a Northrop Grumman satellite, if I remember right. It was a test bed satellite. So oh, that's sad to hear. But they got into space anyway. So just a shame about it failing. That's.
Would you believe this past day has set a new record, the number of launches?
I wouldn't be surprised, because I know they over the last few days, I mean, it's been 2 or 3 launches every day almost.
Yeah, this is a new record that's been set during the last 24 hours. 6 rockets in 18 hours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
you never dream of it, would you? Really? But, one thing we have got to remember to talk about is Hubble Space Telescope had a birthday.
Oh, yes. 35 years.
Oh, yes. Happy birthday,
years.
Hubble.
Yeah, happy birthday, Hubble.
And still doing amazing astronomy.
Yeah, and long may you have many more.
Yeah.
Give them the money. Give them the money.
Even though you regularly come across people on social media who says, oh, the Hubble Space Telescope doesn't exist. It's a balloon in the sky put there by NASA. It's very sad that people can't join in with the wonder of all this. And they just completely beyond reach. But there we go.
To one of the Niners, yeah.
Okay.
So that's for another day. Okay, well, listen, quite a short edition of Space Oddities for tonight, because we've had the quiz and Roger isn't here, and because of the power blackout here in Spain yesterday, I wasn't able to do much on the computer yesterday in terms of the news and Einstein of the week. They will return next week though, so apologies for that. But they still haven't come up with a definitive cause for the cause of the power blackout in Spain. The theory that's been put forward by the Portuguese government, because Portugal was without power too, was that there were some severe sudden temperature changes in the center of Spain, which caused the power lines to expand in the heat and then contract again rapidly in the cold. And this created oscillations in the current, which meant that the 50 kilohertz stability of the power was lost, and 15 power stations across Portugal and Spain shut down to protect their turbines because the 50 hertz was not stable. But today, other people have been saying, oh, that's a load of nonsense. So we don't know, basically. I find it a little odd that now, more than 24 hours after the outage, that people are still saying we don't know what happened. They lost 14 gigawatts. They lost 14 gigawatts of power from the grid almost immediately because of these power stations just shutting down. And they're still saying, "Oh, we don't know what caused it." How can you lose 14 gigawatts? I mean, is it down the back of the sofa or something? Have you looked there? So
with all them pound coins. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the thing is, it was very, as you said, very, very strange. It was virtually the whole of the Iberian Peninsula and southern France, because it was Portugal, Spain, Andorra, and southern France, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Could it have been an alien strike? I don't know.
Don't
never know.
You can stop that sort of talk right away. But the thing is as well that Spain gets a lot of its power from high tension lines coming over the Pyrenees. And so if south of France was affected as well, they said that there'd been a fire that had burnt through a cable in the south of France before it happened. But the experts are saying today that wouldn't have caused that scale of outage, because to knock out a whole country or 2 countries It was something
3
massive.
countries and south of France.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because I mean, you say that, Andy. Now this thing now comes just sort of like taking that one step. I mean, Paul's just said something that I'll just put Paul's thing up and
Yeah.
right now and then do realise Dad was watching. But I mean, you've hit the nail on the head there. But what I'm saying, I'm not saying it was solar flares that caused this. I mean, no way at all, because we would have heard a lot more about it. Well, I hope we would have. But the thing is that the if it did happen, it's what all the knock-on effect, and you experienced, Andy, on everything else that happened. I mean, people couldn't use their credit cards.
No.
The only anybody who had a credit card machine, they could only accept cash. Who carries cash now?
Exactly.
So this goes to show, this is the argument that cash should be kept, and I always carry cash with us, just in case for this scenario. But it was the whole knock-on effect.
Yeah.
Traffic light systems, train systems, the whole place came to a standstill.
And an estimated 200 people trapped in lifts across Spain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, everything stopped, and this is what we were saying about that we do need, and like Paul says, solar flares. We know there's a good chance sometime we may get caught. Hopefully not that it's going to be this drastic. But you know, we definitely need these forecasting systems, because but it just, like I said, it just goes to show how we rely upon electricity for virtually everything. I mean, communications went down. You had, luckily, Chloe had an FM radio on her phone. But I mean, I've got I haven't got it here actually, but I've actually got a wind-up radio.
Right.
So you know, I've always got that. I've always keep it charged up.
I've got a wind-up torch.
Got wind-up torches, everything. So I've got because there was something about there was some story about that in Europe. They were trying to get people to have to build up stocks that would last them up to 3 days.
Yeah.
And so you'd have to have water, you'd have to have a method of cooking, you'd have to have some way of electricity generation, like wind up things, or lots of batteries and things like that, to build up sort of like a survival kit for 3 days. Well, this just goes to prove how much it is. I mean, I've got camping stoves, so we can do
plenty of loo rolls.
Yeah, well, don't go down that road. That goes back to COVID.
Anyway, we will no doubt find out over the next couple of days exactly what.
Like I said, but this just goes to show how our reliance is to.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't even have a cup of coffee. That was the worst thing.
See, you might as well have just topped yourself.
But exactly.
You know,
exactly. I'm really surprised that I had the moral fiber not to do that. You know, because for me it was incredibly upsetting. You know,
caffeine, no caffeine.
No, exactly.
Right. You'll have to go for your Red Bulls.
No, I don't like Red Bull. Horrible. Can't stand the taste. All right then. Anyway, enough of this idle chit chat. Thank you very much for being with us this evening, viewers. Sorry, it's a bit of a truncated live stream this week, but we'll be back with a full one next week. And actually, Lou has had to go off to do his normal teaching on Tuesday evening, but it's the last one. So as of next week, Lou will be staying with us for the whole live stream. And we're really looking forward to having him back sort of full time, as it were, because he's finishing his teaching. So we'll look forward to that. We hope to see you all back next week as well. Don't forget, keep an eye on the website. And do enjoy the Moon Month videos. As I said, we're definitely not, in fact, going to stop posting them at the end of tomorrow. They will carry on during May because we've got a bit of a backlog, and including things that were fairly late in the game we realized we ought to talk about in terms of videos to do with the moon. So I've posted 4 today, but there'll be more going up tomorrow. So from us all at Space Oddities, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, please, because it really does help us. And thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your kind donations as well. All going to the kitty to keep the show on the road, as it were. So we hope you have a fantastic week. Stay safe, look after each other. And from all of us at Space Oddities, we do appreciate you being here with us. And we will see you next